Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Total Extreme Wrestling 2016 Developers Journal / Dev Diary. We are here on March the 7th, and we have a new Dev Diary. It's Monday. As you guys remember from the last Dev Diary, we had match aims, and this feature plays in a big part in two others that alter the way you will book in TEW 2016, and we'll be covering them on Monday. Well, we're covering them right now. Mix of match aims. Based on their products, companies have minimum requirements for including different match games to keep the crowd entertained. For example, a lighthearted Chikara style company would naturally expect at least one comedy match game per show. This introduces two new elements into play. The first is that it adds a further element of strategy to booking. If you know that you're going to need a comedy match and a technical master class, I call it a masterpiece, on each show, then you will need to think carefully about how you're deploying your roster, as not everyone can thrive in those sorts of bouts. This also has a knock-on effect of making sure that cards actually have content that's in line with their product. For example, real-life WWE cards are generally geared towards having a mix of content with some action-packed matches, some comedy. No, and I'm using some terminology extremely loosely at this point. Some divas and some storyline-driven matches, etc., etc. If the product is set up to reflect this, the worker would need to keep that in mind. The second element of roster diversity. In previous games, going all the way back to the EWR days, there's not a huge incentive for going for anyone other than the good workers, leading to an old meme. Okay, where 95% of players using WWE/F used to hire AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels on day one because talent always won out. This doesn't reflect reality, where a diverse roster is almost always a good thing. Again, taking WWE as an example, there's always a place for comedy acts, for the odd freak show worker, midgets, etc. By introducing match games, you now have an actual reason to bring in people who aren't necessarily the best workers in the world, so that you can fill that comedy match game slot, so that you could throw in some eye candy, etc. And now the analysis button shows your current matching requirements, so you don't have to remember them or constantly go back to the product screen to check. Good. Perfect Show Theory overhaul. As Perfect Show Theory appeared to confuse a lot of players in previous games, it has now been overhauled to be less rigid by tapping into the new match aim system. PST, which can still be turned off if you wish, now works like a pressure gauge. If the fans are kept up for too long, they'll burn out and be hard to recover. Careful use of calming match names, such as Calm the Crowd, or mixing up different match names to keep fans on their toes is therefore needed to avoid this, or to relieve the pressure. If you want to continue the analogy, as a lot of the match names are explicit about bringing the crowd up or down, or specifically about manipulating the crowd level in other ways. This takes a lot of the guesswork out of the feature, and instead makes it more about booking order and forward planning as you do in reality. To reflect the above changes, Perfect Show Theory has been renamed to Crowd Management in TW 2016. So cool. I I understood the basics and the basis of Perfect Show Theory in TW 2013. Like, you have peaks and valleys. You have matches and angles that are high, and then you so that the crowd gets popped, and they pop, and then you warm them down. Then you bring them back up again, and you warm them down, bring them back up, warm them down the final time, and then bring them up for your semi-main and your main event. In practice, it's a lot harder to do that than you would think, because you have you have there's so many variables in this game. Like, at some point, you could have a mid card match pool in 85B plus and be like, okay, thank you for that, but you just screwed up my Perfect Show Theory because this was supposed to be the cooldown match. Yeah, other things are I always turned Perfect Show Theory off, except for a few games where I was trying to work it out, but never really got it done in practice. Anyways, I'm probably gonna turn the crowd management system off again. I'll try it during the demo. If I don't like it, if I'm not getting good the grades that I'd expect to get on shows and such, then I'll probably turn it off. So I'm definitely gonna give it a chance during demo streams and demo episodes that I have up on the channel. But after the demo, if I feel like I haven't, or even during the demo, if I feel like I haven't gotten the grades that I expect from whatever I'm doing, then I'm going to turn it off. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next TEW 2016 Developers Journal / Dev Diary. Bye!